Solana is one of the most moderate blockchains accessible, having recently shipped off in 2020 in its short presence. It has proactively hopped its course into the principal 10 computerized monetary standards by market cap and undeniably obtained itself a remaining as a normal Ethereum killer. The latest 18 months have been maybe of the most exciting period in computerized cash's arrangement of encounters with DeFi stages, taking off in predominance extended income from standard monetary sponsor, and the public's obviously ceaseless yearn for non-fungible tokens in any case. As the business continues to grow, so too do the solicitations put on the primary blockchains that have the new undertakings, presenting this new period no spot. Is this more clear than with Ethereum, the most well-known stage for DeFi? It is commonly realized that the various undertakings running on the association have caused basic stop-up, which has provoked outrageous gas charges. This hence has provoked various designers searching for another choice, and that is where exercises like Solana have stepped in. Solana offers high rates at low costs and is prepared for supporting all the latest blockchain improvements. Similarly, originators and monetary supporters have raced to comprehend its worth, and in less than 2 years, resulting to shipping off Sol went from trading under 1 to a record high of 25,996. So is Solana set to get itself as one of the principal blockchains accessible. Furthermore, as by an extraordinary chance to place assets into its nearby token Sol in the going, with Solana cost assumption for 2025 and 2030. Well, consider what the future could hold for the endeavor. A short history of Solana. The likelihood that would eventually uphold the Solana project was first mooted in 2017 with the circulation of coordinator Anatoly Yakovenko's white paper that delineated an ever-evolving time-stamp framework called proof of history. Positively toward this later. At the time, flexibility issues had been connected with any similarity to Ethereum and Bitcoin, and Yakovenko acknowledged his development would consider a ton speedier, more adaptable blockchain networks. As his endeavor aggregated pace, Yakovenko was joined by past Qualcomm graduated class Greg Fitzgerald and Stephen Akridge. The trio began taking the hidden idea further and would at last approach Solana Labs, and all through 2018, the gathering brought more than 20 million up in supporting. Following an expansive testing stage, Solana went live in 2020. For what reason is Solana so exceptional, having been made north of a really long time and simply shipping off in 2020? The gathering behind Solana had the choice to set plan choices, considering the assumptions for the bleeding-edge blockchain industry. Thusly, they had the choice to focus in on the basic nuts and bolts of flexibility, interoperability, and versatility that architects need to ship off their applications. Apparently, Solana works comparative as some other clever chain. It has a nearby computerized money Sol, which upholds the entire structure and allows clients to create applications, process trades, and lifts those taking part in the running of the association. Regardless, the fundamental progression of the Solana project is doubtlessly its timestamp structure called affirmation of history. The particular tasks of Poe are unreasonably baffling to go be figured out in full here, yet what it does is make a record of an event on the blockchain, recollecting the specific second for time it worked out. This gives a reference feature affirmation of stake shows on the association and suggests that blocks needn't bother with to be certified in an unyielding progression, very much like with most POS structures. Joining proof of history and affirmation of stake licenses Solana to deal with trades at astounding speeds, with engineers declaring it has the ability to manage around 65,000 TPS. This, if substantial, makes Solana one of the speediest blockchains in presence. Despite its quickness, Solana is moreover humble. The ordinary cost of executing on the association has been surveyed at just 0.00025 all around, making it certainly more monetarily sagacious than Ethereum. And we acknowledge significantly flowing stockpile of 319,659,142. There is moreover a consume instrument wherein half of the charges accumulated on the stage are everlastingly dispensed with from core. Seeing Sol's worth history. Sol was first kept back in April 2020, and from there on out it has seen gigantic turn of events. From the outset it had a trading cost of 0.87, but this declined to around 0.60. And despite some little change, Sol stayed around this expense for quite a while. In any case, close to the completion of summer the token had taken off past the dollar, and in September it had reached 479, improvement of essentially 500 in less than a year. The strong show that Sol viewed as in the last half of 2020 was nothing appeared differently in relation to what was to come in 2021. By February the token had moved to 1516 and an upheld bull followed. Over spring and April, that pushed it up to 47.66. Sol's expense then at that point spiked again in May, coming to an exceptional 56.20 in the third multi-day stretch of the month. There then at that point followed a cool down and an extensive proportion of shakiness over the mid-year, yet when September showed up Sol went through the first of a couple of huge ascents. Sol overflowed by over 360 in less than a month and hit a trading cost of 18,934. A slight downturn followed before Sol spiked to 20,317 in October. November 2021 was Solana's greatest month to date, with the representative taking off to its immaculate high of 25,996. The market then toned down in all cases before a decrease in January took Solana to around 8,960. Solana Sol worth gauges 2025 to 2030 as demonstrated by long stretch figures. The Solana coin is evaluated to have an upward course. The expense of Sol is expected to hit 2,300 in 2025 and 4,200 in 2030. It can turn out to be areas of strength for and in a little while. Solana worth assumptions for 2025. Having seen Sol's expense execution all through late years, it is more than clear that the token is prepared for yielding incredible returns. It also appears to have held its worth well, similar for certain other fresher tokens. Regardless, what might we anytime at some point expect from Solana in a little while? Digitalconpress is sure about the assignment's future as demonstrated by its Solana cost assumption for 2025. Sol will move between different solidarities all through the accompanying several years, yet with an irregular rut. By 2025 Solana should get itself above 1,000 and could really show up at a commonplace trading cost of 12.20. Over the pre-summer of that year, one more stage that is deciding improvement for Solana as wallet investor. Its particular examination suggests the emblematic will recuperate the 200 mark close to the completion of 2022 and continue to foster year-on-year close to the completion of 2023. The token should have shown up at a normal high of 463. And when 2025 appears, we could see a single Sol token being regarded at 661. Finally, TradingBists has similarly made a Solana cost assumption for 2025. The stage, known for its more protected figures, acknowledges that Sol will experience a vicious few years, while it